Jeffrey B. It's the 16th of June. Just jumping right in. Not been a good couple of days. Back on the vape, accepting my own humanness, my own flaws, falling down on some things, backtrack, sliding back, I guess, into some old behaviors and habits. I broke this addiction, nicotine addiction, last year. I only did the vape 2 months last year. It was really a bitch to break from the nicotine, I'll tell you. But I started back up a couple days ago. Not feeling good about it, and a lot of fear. Kind of gripped by fear today. The last couple days, the last probably week or so, or more, maybe even longer, maybe month. Just a lot going on. Don't know where I'm going at the end of the month. And I've got to make a move. I got to make a decision if I'm going to extend a visa in Thailand. I've got 9 days before I got to leave the country. And you got to prepare documents ahead of time if you're going to fucking extend. It's kind of a bitch. This is one of the drawbacks of being a foreigner in another land, stranger in a strange land. Even though Thailand's pretty welcoming, it's still a foreign land for me. So that's kind of where I am. If anybody's ever tried, this is a cola. It's fucking terrible on the teeth, man. I think they're already discolored again, even though I had that Zoom fucking whitening not long ago. I'm already fucking discoloring my teeth again. God, that's fucking sucks. It's like a waste of money to get the whitening. Yeah, I felt really alone. I'm isolating. I've been working on a project though. It's an audio book. I narrated it a couple years ago, and now I'm adding the sound effects, a little bit of music to it. I'm trying to release it in episodes, chapter by chapter. And the current chapter I'm working on, chapter 2, is super challenging to add sound effects, voiceovers, and different things. It's hard. But the second scene has turned out well. I'm really pleased with it. But I've been overwhelmed. Yesterday I worked on it all day. I was in my head all day, isolating, vaping nonstop. I got a fucking headache up here and it's burning through my sinuses. Uh, Not sleeping, not really sleeping. But I feel it's going to be okay. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I think I feel it's going to be okay because it's like forced optimism, right? Is what they call that. Truth be told, I'm just looking for validation, And when I try to do artistic projects, part of me wants to be recognized, noticed, um, accepted, and that just all goes back to childhood, man. It's really that simple. I didn't really feel I had any identity back then, and I wasn't noticed for anything I did, except for academics, but not even really that. It was just like expected of me. Oh, Jeff's the studier, he's the academic, he's the hard worker at school and whatever. But I didn't necessarily want that role. It was just kind of something that happened. Uh, Kind of get bored with Thailand. It's just it was going okay until I started vaping. Honestly, I was meditating every day and completely broke my routine a couple days ago when I got the vape. Everything just went out the window. Meditation, my morning routine, because honestly, I was getting fucking bored with it. I was tired of getting up, going down to the get breakfast, going to the temple. I feel like I did that for 2 weeks straight. I don't do well. I need routine, but I also get bored. And when I get bored, I start to go into dark neighborhoods right here. Yeah. And then I started acting out, acting out or acting in, started going back to old addictions, self harming behavior. And what I recognize, if you look at parts therapy or parts theory, IFS stuff, basically what's happened is the self saboteur part of self, which is a blending or connected with which is the addict, which is that kid that probably wanted to die when all the shit was going on back home. There's a part of me in there that just wants to kill us, wants to die because there's so much pain that's unexpressed, that's frozen grief stuck in there. So this comes out as a firefighter in parts theory. The addict is a firefighter, because it gets me to be distracted from sitting with my feelings, crying. Instead, let's numb out. Let's psychically numb with a drug, nicotine, so that I can just obsess about this all day and keep vaping, 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 and not sit with the feelings, take a nap, cry, grieve, meditate, sit there in my own skin because I'm not comfortable. And the firefighter knows that. It's like, oh, this guy's uncomfortable. We know what works. Let's go back to some kind of addiction. So that's what happened. I don't even remember if I did a video yesterday. I don't even know if I'm going to call this Getting to Know Yourself Part 3. Maybe I will. Getting to know yourself. Getting to know that I've got addicted parts, that I've got firefighters, managers, exiles, of course, dissociative protectors. And I'm still very human. And some of us fall back into old behaviors. But if you fall down, get back up, and I just kind of wish I knew what I was going to do at the end of the month. Am I going to stay in Thailand? I'm going to go back to the USA. Where the fuck am I going? What am I going to do? It's such a fucking journey to go back to the States, to go back to what? I don't feel it's that welcoming. I don't feel welcome there. Mostly because family stuff going on, that's just still a mess. I don't want to make this video long, but I guess we'll just call it Getting to Know Yourself Part 3, Ruled by Fear, something like that. Because there is a lot of fear. Basically fear-based right now. Shame-based. Yeah, the shames come back in. So we're trying to heal the shame, and this is just part of the process. Maybe this is like a relapse, a shame relapse. Yeah, that's what it is. I've relapsed into shame and fear. That's what's happened. So I'm going to try to get a little more puffs out of this fucking 6,000 motherfucking puffs. Look at that bitch. My eyes are fucking bloodshot. 6,000 puffs. I'm going to puff it out, toke this thing up, and then I'm going to throw it away, and I'm not going to get any more. That's going to be my goal. It was $13 fucking dollars. About $5 more than you could get in mainland China. Mainland China's about $8 for a little cheap plastic one. This is like a metal deal, man. Anyway, I sound nasally. I've got the smoke fucking clogging me up, and plus the AC blowing on me, making me stuffy. Anyway, if you get a chance, please check out Sharky Lane Episode 2, Scenes 1 and 2. It is a work in progress, but I think you'll enjoy it. I think it's pretty interesting, so check it out, and we'll talk to you next time. All the best.